Brian, 2 wins in a row. How do you see that one coming out with a very gritty one?
You know, that's the point, and I feel like in the build here, when I started with the Kings on this journey this time, that it wasn't after the 2 years of championship. It was after it had dropped a lot, and a lot of guys left, and it was like a restart. And last year, I've been in this a long time. You have to have a grit to you in order to get to the top. So today, I just thought everyone looks at us as second-class citizens. We're in that tier down here, and that's where we've been for a long time, trying to make the playoffs and maybe do something. And I just thought this weekend, bringing Bruce back, bringing Delhi back, limited minutes there, needing more from the bench, going to Perth in Perth, coming here in the afternoon, which is unheard of. I mean, for the percentages of winning this game would be very, very low and very, very difficult. So I said to him after the game, the thing we got out of this weekend is the grit's there. You know, we came out and I looked and I go, and a lot of the commentating, I listened to the game the other night, man, played 10 bodies in the first quarter. This game, the commentators, it's a different era to picking up full court. Guys, they're not coming out. They hit 2 shots in a row or 3 shots in a row, and you go, let them keep the fire going. They're asking to come out. They're exhausted. So, and then the start of this game, where are we going to go? And this game started 10-0 their way. I'm looking, they're still standing up, waiting for our first basket. I'm going, shit, this may last till the middle of the second quarter. People are going to get tired. And then I saw in us in the bench and the leadership with Bruce, Delhi, and X, that there's something there. And today we stayed in it and we kept throwing punches. It wasn't pretty, but we found a way to win. And we've got a killer in Kendrick, somebody that, you know, if you're in the game, at the end of the game, you got a chance because he can do something. And so I'm just a long way to go. You look at the schedule for everybody, you go, God, there's not an easy, you know, this team has these next 5 games. This team has these next 5 games. It's nasty. But you can't take the wins away. We had 2 good ones. We get to take a deep breath, and now we got Adelaide and Canberra. But my finisher is, I think the man sitting next to me is a great story because we lost the 2 bigs before the season started, and everybody was talking about getting another import, going somewhere. And I have a staff with Bogut, Sean, and Billy that are really connected and really smart. And there was an opportunity there for some of the young ones on the bench, and we needed to find, is there somebody here? And everyone's talking about this one, that one, the other one. I'd never heard of Good. Never heard of him. He wasn't an all-star in the NBL1, and he obviously a good player there, but not all-star team or anything that I'd seen. And was so bring him to practice. He came to practice, and all the things that we're talking about, the grit, the toughness, the communication, and now he was a player to come in, and if somebody got hurt, you got some backup. And he's moved from that to a rotation player that's very important for us. So I love these kind of stories. An NBL1 player throwing punches and making his way and finding his way into the league. In a franchise like ours, it's a big step. So the guys on the team believe in him, and he's a really important piece in this. And tonight we lost Quat with the elbow, and he became even more minutes and more. Xavier comes out, Goody comes in. Tim comes out, Goody comes in. You know, so that he was a big, big piece and really important for our success.
Hunter, how does it feel hearing that from someone like Brian Goorjian with the status and legend status that he has? How does it feel for you? And the guys in comms today called you the real energy guy and the spark. Is that how you want to play?
Yeah, 100%. I would say he gave me that confidence from like the moment I came in here, and all the boys, like, you know, I knew where I stood when I came in, but I was never treated that way. Everyone was really welcoming. They gave me like confidence that I could play at this level. So it's not like it's just started recently. Like since I've gotten here, I've felt super welcome by everyone, and it kind of makes my job really easy just to come in, have fun, and my job's pretty simple, but I love doing it, and these guys, you know, they appreciate it, so it makes it easy for me.
Brian, I want to ask about the identity of the Sydney Kings. For a while there, we weren't sure what it looked like. You'd come out and win a really great game, and then you'd drop one like the one in Tassie. What is the identity of Sydney Kings now? Are we closer to seeing it?
Well, I'm hoping that, and I always say to everybody and to the guys in the locker room, it's no boomers. We talked about it. The culture isn't sitting under the chair in the locker room and something we talk about. Nobody knows culture. It's visual. We're in entertainment, so people got to see it. You know, when we go out there, you've got to see it. And I just feel like, and I've said this when we started and we lost the Cans at home and we're 2-3. I like this group and the adjustments and the people I've added to it for the piece you're talking about. Nobody's going through this unscathed. We lost both our bigs, and then we figured it out, small pressing, started to win, won 4 in a row, lost both our guards, all right? Tassie lost Magne, lost their import, lost 6 in a row. It's this thing hard to cover. So again, I don't want to talk about our culture. I want you to see it. And everyone talks about to win championships, you got to be good defensively. We started in this thing, we were 6th, and last year we were around 5th or 6th. We've moved up to that 2nd on there, and then gritty teams like this. We 2 times on the road, Adelaide, Perth and Perth. We've gone and gotten our fingers dirty and nasty. So they can say what they want and say where we sit on the ladder, and who knows, maybe we don't make the 6. But I like, maybe we finish 2nd. But I like us, and I like what is on display, and I'm proud of it. When we lose tonight, I'm still proud of it. And the Tasmania game, when we were 16 up in the 4th, I was still proud of how they played.
Brian, it obviously wasn't an ideal start. You guys went 10-0 down early into the first quarter. You had to call a timeout before you even scored a basket. What was sending that timeout to try and get the boys back up and back going? And what's it like knowing that you have a team that can go out after a rough start and still put points on the board and win the game?
Well, you make great points because I'm using timeouts right now with our situation to rest bodies, and I do not want to burn one early. But I sense coming into this, it's a hard one. And it's hard to get going. So I called a timeout right away because we couldn't afford to fall down 20-0, and we were going down a really bad path. So we needed a set play, something out of a timeout to get a score, to sit everybody down and get everybody back on the page of, hey man, I'm subbing every 3 minutes. You don't have to carry a 30-minute load. Just, you know, and they kind of, because you come out there and go, God, I'm tired. You know, I mean, this is hard. Reinforce you're getting a sub every couple minutes, and we need a score now. And we came out of that timeout, got a score, and immediately, about 30 seconds later, I started moving bodies.
And it's obviously been 2 times now you've come to John Cain Arena and beaten Melbourne United this season. I know they're in a bit of a rut right now, but this is still one of the best teams in the competition. You've come into their home, beaten them twice now. Do you think it'd be fair to say you have their number?
No. I definitely don't feel that way. And we've lost 3 to a team. We don't feel like they've got our number, but we do feel like playing Melbourne here and winning here means, and that's the respect for them, that you can beat anybody in the competition. If you can win here, especially in the situation that we did tonight, you can win anywhere.
Kawhi Noy got injured with that elbow, but he was so crucial earlier. He was 4 from 4, 10 points in the first quarter. How do you see that, and how's he going with the elbow?
Hyperextended, not serious, and I don't know if I kept every 2 minutes I'm turning around yelling, "Where's Noy? Where is Noy? Please, where's Noy? We're kind of thin down there. Where is he?" And they said, finally, the assistant said, "Hey, coach, when he's here, we'll come and tell you. Will you shut up? You know, he's not here." So again, we were fortunate that we can play Bull, we can play JG, because they kind of went. I thought we went with funky lineups. 4 guys around Goody, 4 guys around Tim, and guys that had never played that 4 before, like Bull, like JG, but they were small as well. And I thought, like Bull, JG could guard a Delaney, could match up there with the guys that they had coming in without their big guy tonight. So it gave us some flexibility without knowing.
Coach, I mean, you look at the stat sheets, some interesting numbers there. They couldn't hit a bucket from outside. You guys did all right there. You know, they destroyed you guys inside, shot 2 at 73%. You know, they're going points in the paint, 54%, but then, you know, fast break points, they're 19 to 8. Like, there's a lot of numbers on here that would suggest that the Melbourne United probably did enough to win, but I guess your thoughts on that?
I thought, you know, everyone talks about the 3-point, and it's the same in Perth. Well, we had, you know, if you watch it, I thought Goulding, all that stuff was really contested. And I said this before, I think the telling thing was at halftime, it was 20 free throws to 5. We'd gotten in the paint 20 times. They'd gotten in the paint 20 times. And I told the player, I'm going to work that. You know, we're getting our feet in the paint. We got to get to the line. I thought the telling thing that we struggled with all night was we'd have to work really hard to score. They had us on our heels the whole night with transition, like you say, and getting their feet in the paint. But we did enough defensively, and you know, to hold them in the 70s. And last night, hold in the 70s. We really contested the 3-ball with Goulding and Krebs and Doyle. I thought we did a great job there. And if you do that with who we are, even though we won in Perth and we gave up 24 offensive rebounds and we won by 30, we are defending. So at the end of the possession, even if they get foul line or whatever, we are defending. The crucial one to get better from this weekend is the glass and defensive transition.
And Hunter, you got Bogut wandering around the sidelines with the Kings this year. I guess, has he played much of a role in your development, or just help you initiate or get ingrained within the roster?
Yeah, he's been huge. Honestly, sometimes I'm like pinching myself, like when I'm talking to him, like, oh, it's actually Andrew Bogut. But no, first day I came in, he knew me by name. It kind of shocked me a little bit. But no, he has so much time for me. Like, I'll ask him a question and it won't just be some like short answer. Like, he'll go into detail and really give me advice that, you know, I haven't really had before. So I just try and soak it all up from him and just, you know, every day learn as much as I can from, you know, learning from probably the best big man ever from Australia.
With Noi out, there might be some more chances for playing time for you. What do you think you need to sort of focus on or work on over the next couple of rounds?
Just keep doing the same thing. Keep it simple. Rebound, set screens, and just do the dirty stuff, I guess. Pretty simple role.
Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, Hunter, just one for you quickly. I mean, 6 months ago I was covering your NBL1 games and you were playing solidly, but I'm sure you even thought that playing NBL at that point was still a bit of a far away dream. I mean, can you sort of give us some sort of insight what it's like now, fast forwarding to this point where you're actually playing a really key role on a team like this?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. Like, it's just, if you asked me like 5 minutes ago if I'd be here, I wouldn't really be sure. And I got the opportunity. I think it was just making the most of that. And the main thing for me is just keep it simple and don't overthink it. Like, everyone at this level is human. So my main thing is not backing down to anyone, no matter how big their name is. And, you know, whatever happens, happens.
I mean, at the start of 2025, did you ever think this was possible?
For sure. I definitely thought it was possible. If I didn't think that, I probably wouldn't be here now.
No, you deserve it. Thanks very much.
Appreciate it.
Last one from me, Gorge. Delhi, 22 minutes. Is he on a minutes restriction or how is
Yeah.
he recovering?
Yeah, he is, and that's way too many. And I think he keeps looking at me and explaining to me before the game, you know it's this much, and you know it's this much each quarter, and I kept saying, I got you. And then during the game, I go, Delhi. It's a big thing to get KD off the ball, and having him the whole time without that. I thought Bruce's minutes were essential, but Delhi tonight down the back was huge on both sides of the ball, and this whole thing if you know what he went through and where he's at to play like he did tonight in the amount that he did, incredible, and big respect. Thank you.